So I saw this post on Threads and I like it so much. Right here it says, if a to the third power is equal to a, then a is equal to what? Well, right here we know that a to the third power is equal to a already. To figure out a, we can just look backwards. A is equal to a to the third power, and let's just go ahead and put that down here. This is totally correct, right? Yes, however, this is not how you're supposed to answer the question. If you put this down, this is incorrect, and you see a little -4 here. It's not because a is equal to -4, it's because you will lose 4 points by doing this. Each question is actually 5 points though, so you will still earn 1 point for being technically correct, but not doing the things that you're supposed to do. Anyways though, right here, what we're trying to do for this is that we're trying to figure out the values of a that will make this equation true. So right here you should put down some numbers. Don't just put down a to the third power. This is called solving an equation. And what we have here is a polynomial equation. A to the third power is equal to a to the first power. So to do this, let's make one side equal to 0 and try to factor it. So I will subtract a to both sides. We get a to the third power minus a is equal to 0. And then look at this. We have a to the third power minus a to the first power. We can factor out a to the first power because that's the common factor. And here, a to the third power. Factoring out this a, we will end up a squared. And then minus, we factor out the a, so it will be a 1 right here. Okay, here we have a squared minus 1. This is a difference of 2 squares because we can look at this as a squared minus the 1 as 1 squared. Now, 1 is the same as 1 squared. Once we have this, we can factor it by using the difference of 2 squares formula. I will write it down right here for you. If we have a squared minus b squared, this right here is equal to a minus b times a plus b. So the a on the outside stays. This little a is the capital A, and then the 1 is our capital B. So we will get a minus 1. And for the second factor, we will have a plus 1. So we have factored out the left-hand side, and then because they all multiply to 0, so that means we have the first one equal to 0, or the second one make it equal to 0, or the third one make it equal to 0. Now, a is equal to 0. This is done because a is isolated and it was just a number. So this is actually our first answer. Now for the second one, we are going to add 1 to both sides in order to isolate the a. So we get a is equal to 1. Second answer, and then the third one is just subtract 1 to both sides, and we get a is equal to -1. So in fact, for this question, we will end up with 3 answers. Why though? I'll tell you. If you look at this equation, we have a to the third power being the highest power here. This is a cubic equation, so that means you can actually have at most 3 different looking answers. So just like this. Yep. So this is how you're supposed to answer the question. Don't just do this.